Next, we're going to answer the question number 3, which is management's been urging marketing to promote the online services. So management thinks that the online services are really, really important, even more important than the performance of the investments. So how do we examine that? We look back at the survey itself, and we're going to look at the survey as it pertains to we're going to look at the survey as it pertains to questions 1, where there they are. We're going to look at the survey as it pertains to question 1, and what you are going to look at is performance of investments, which is A, as well as online services, which is E. So when we do this, we want to compare the results for what's important to the customers, not what management thinks, against what our customers are really looking for. What is their value? So we go back to the spreadsheet, and we're going to go back to the recoded data. And remember, we removed all of the nulls. When we perform this test, which is called a t-test, a test of means, which one's higher than the other, and it's a statistical test, we cannot have the nulls included. So what I'm going to do first and foremost is I'm going to click here, I'm going to click data so that I can filter the data. And I want to first get rid of any blanks, or shall I say filter for everything but blanks on question A there. And then the question E. Okay. And I applied that filter. So now we should have, don't worry about the blanks over here because we're not going to be using those. So now what I want to do is I want to highlight from the top and then slide all the way down to the 400th or so line in order to bring over, actually it's almost 500, and over to bring over the data here. So let's just triple check it. I went to column F, just want to make sure. Yes, we went all the way to E. So we're going to copy it, everything, copy right here. And we're going to create a new worksheet, and we're going to paste that right in first. And it copied and pasted without any of the nulls. So to focus on what we're really looking at, get rid of B, C, and D. 1A and 1E isolated. What we're going to want to do is do a t-test. And to do that, what we want to do is go to Analysis Tools. So first and foremost, you want the Analysis Tool Pack. Clicked. And then you see Data Analysis. Okay? So let's click on Data Analysis, and you should see these drop downs, and we're going to do a test of means, and we're going to assume a difference in, just going to do a paired 2 samples for means. Okay, I'm going to click that one here, click OK, and we're going to choose our ranges. This is range 1 for the first variable, Shift Control down. And then the next one is going to be the next column, E, Shift Control down. And I believe that there's going to be a difference of 0.5. And we want to make sure we check the labels because we actually started at the very top, which was the question itself. We don't want it to pick that up because it's not going to be a number. It's going to give us an error. And it's going to be created in a new worksheet on this workbook. So I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And it's going to create a new analysis to be able to see this a little bit better. What you want to do is just click it, double click on each of the column headings to make it a little bit wider to see what's going on. So if we're looking here, we were looking for a difference of 0.5 between the two. We expected that. And if we just look at the very top, we see that the mean for performance the importance for performance is 4.28, quite kind of high. And the online services, what management thinks is important is 2.6. So first of all, it's already telling us, I think management may not be directing their efforts as well as they should be. The next thing we look at is the p-values. And we want to look at a p-value from a 95% evaluation. Let's just make sure we did that when we were looking over here. We've been sheet 3, and the data analysis. Just want to make sure we selected that, two means, and the alpha right here, 0.05. I forgot to highlight this. 0.05 means it's at a 95% significance, meaning anything within 3 standard deviations is going to be included. So just be sure what you had included that. All right, and let's go back to our results. Finally, what we're doing is going to the results that we were already looking at. Get rid of this. Cancel this as well. In the results, we can see that the p-value, we're looking for a p-value less than that number of 0.5, 0.05, so 5%. So that's definitely because we've got an exponent, negative exponent. And so then the next, if we wanted, that's if we expect it to go up or down, either way. For one tail, we don't know which way it's going to go. It looks like we have just as good of a p-value here. So 2.81 to the